So I'm up in the mountains. I forget exactly where, and I'm going on a ride. It's sort of like a tramway ride where they take you up through the peaks, and you get to see all the different how the mountains were formed and stuff. And it kind of like whips you around them and stuff. It's kind of cool, except apparently I'm stupid, and instead of riding on the inside where all the seats are and you get strapped in, I decided to stay on the outside and clutch onto the edge, where at any moment I could have slid off and fallen to my death. So that was really kind of stupid. But it was fun. It looked gorgeous, and it was like, yay! But obviously I couldn't take pictures because I had to hold on with both hands. So I get all done, and I was like, oh my god, that was so much fun. And people are like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, why were you riding out there? I'm like, I felt as soon as the machine took off that I was in the wrong spot. I'm like, and then I noticed the seats on the inside. They're like, oh my god. So I'm like, I should go again. And they're like, no. So we were there for some reason. We were there because there had been tremors in the area, and we were part of a research team, and we're down on the ground now, and they were inflating this giant weather balloon. It was like huge, and it was going to fly over the area and do some sort of like ground penetrating radar or something like that to be able to watch the plates from a distance, and it was going to radio us. And I was part of a team that was there, and all of our phones went off at once about something, and it was about something else in the area, some sort of it was either a weather thing, or it didn't have anything to do with the tremors. And people were like, why are we all getting these things? I'm like, they're like, these are all local things. I'm like, yeah, they're all local things, but we're tuned to all the different localities in the area. That way, if something happens, and we'll be able to see if there's a trend heading in our direction from different directions. I'm like, because otherwise we wouldn't notice anything until it was at the state or the federal level, and then at that point it would be too late. And they're like, okay, that makes sense. And I was like, okay, great. So we get to the headquarters, and I think my mother is there. It's not really my mother, but it's in the dream she's my mother, and we're walking up the steps, and then she notices something about the concrete, and she takes off. I'm like, isn't that cool? When all of a sudden her brain starts getting into high gear, and she notices something, and people with me, they're like, your mother's always been like that. I'm like, yep, I know, because apparently we're all on the same team, and then we're getting somewhere, and then I notice something off to the side, and it's a part of whatever building we were in, but over the years it's being submerged. We must be near the ocean or something. So there's an old bell, almost like the Liberty Bell, and part of the museum actually has it so it'll project a laser on it. So the bell looks like it used to look before it was damaged in partial collapse. And it's got like a talking face on it, stuff like they do with like the Halloween pumpkins. But it was talking about the bells, like, oh, well, da 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 da. And I'm like, well, how long ago did this happen? They're like, oh, it's been happening slowly over the past da 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 da. And I'm like, wait a minute. So we get up to the conference room. My mother's off doing something else, and I'm at this big, huge boardroom table. There's a big screen up on the wall, and I run my hand over the top of the table, and I noticed letters sort of pop up onto the screen, and I'm like, what's up with this? And then there's this little girl there, and apparently she's wicked smart. She's like, oh, it's a built-in keyboard in the top of the table. I'm like, I don't see any keyboard. She's like, yeah. She's like, you don't see it. She's like, but it's there. It responds to touch. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. Almost like how you don't see a keyboard on the iPhone screen, but it's there when if you touch it. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I need to find out about this bell, and I have to start typing over and over again. I find the reference to the bell somehow, and then it plays a loop, and it's mentioning that there's 3 different bells. and I want to see where all the other bells are, and I'm trying to type over and over again, and it's the name of this one is the May bell, Mayo, Mayo. It's Spanish. We must be near something Spanish. So I keep trying to type in "show me the Mayo bell," and I can't because I don't know where the keys are on the keypad because I can't see them, and it's frustrating me. And then I after doing it like 10 times, I realize that I'm in a dream, and yeah, I'm just stuck in one of those loops where you try to do the same thing over and over and over again. And I was like, I got really frustrated in the dream. I'm like, I can't even deal with this. I'm like, why doesn't somebody else just type this or look this up on their phone? And then I woke up. But I wonder what was happening. I bet there was some sort of big natural disaster heading their way. Good luck to them. They're going to need it, I think.